Hello my super duper awesome planner friends. I have a really awesome video today that I'm super excited about. I am a brand spanking new gillionaire. I'm so excited today to show you a setup of my very first, and this is probably going to be my very only, Gillio Compagna. I have been lusting after this planner for a year. Literally watching all of the Compagna planner setup videos, constantly trolling the Gillio website. I joined the Gillio marketplace in hopes that one day a Compagna would open up in my price range, and it finally happened. And so I'm going to show you how I have this set up, and also sort of tell you a little bit more about the plans I have for this Gillio. And yes, I do have plans. So anyway, let's talk about this Gillio. First off, this was a used Gillio. I purchased it used. There are some very slight flaws, which I will show you, but really for what I intend this planner for, they're no problem. So I don't know if you can see, this is vegetable dyed leather. All Gillio's leather is dyed, is vegetable dyed, and that's a really interesting feature of Gillio. This is not a pebbly, like you'll hear the term pebbly thrown around in Gillio videos and in the Gillio groups. This is not actually a very pebbly leather on mine. There is a sort of like a chip or a nick here where it's sort of indented. It looks like somehow it just got a chip there. I'm not sure. But you will see on the back here that actually my popper tab is the the pebbly part of this Gillio. But I think it's awesome. Yeah. So inside here, my highly coveted and awaited Gillio, we have the beautiful leather flyleaf. And I want you to know too that I was so kind of scared about purchasing this color. This color is actually called acid green. And in every picture, which there's not very many videos or pictures of this color, I was really shocked. I couldn't find much. And even on the Gillio website, it doesn't quite actually show this color. Now understand that with vegetable dyeing, there will always be a difference. Each Gillio is completely different. They are all different. So one color may be completely different on a different, on a different Gillio. I mean, even the difference between the color on a pebbly texture of leather and a smoother pebble, like with wrinkles, is completely different. That's actually one of the features about Gillio that I absolutely adore. So I have this beautiful leather flyleaf here that you've probably seen a million times with the suede background, and that's basically its job is to keep my front part of the planner nice and without damage, and also to keep the rings from making too terrible indentations over here. Now, I'm not a collector of planners. Many of you know me. You've seen over, the past few years since I've gotten into personal planning, I've had different kinds of planners. I've reviewed my Filofax Malden, which I absolutely love. Her name is Hazel, and I'm not letting her go. And I've also reviewed the Kiki K personal, or they call it the Kiki K medium. I've also reviewed the Michael's Recollection planners, which I have one left. This is actually going to be specifically used for keeping my, as I go through the year and my inserts become too many that I'm using. So it's basically going to be used for keeping track of my inserts and for any extras that I have. But other than that, every single other small personal planner that I have had, I have either sold or I have gifted to friends who are new to planning. So please understand that I am not a planner collector by any means, and this will most likely be my only Gillio. Okay, enough about that. So if you've seen Gillio videos before, you know this is this great secretarial pocket here, and it actually has a beautiful, very thin leather underneath here. That's a beautiful brown. And here is the front. I have been waiting, I'm telling you, I have been waiting for a Gillio for so long. This was a little planner clip that came with one of the Planner Society boxes, and I did not open it until I got this Gillio because I wanted to put it right there, just like all the other planner girls. So I don't have anything in here right now. I do have in this flap right here, I have several of my favorite notepads. When I get low on these notes in my planner, I just sort of restock them a little bit. These were actually gifted to me because I stopped my Planner Society kit subscription because the planner dividers and such that I had made from the December kit were enough for me. And I still have leftover Planner Society papers. The big ones I have sold, but I still have remnants of all the kits that I had and remnants of all the papers that I really, really adored. And so if I ever need to make another planner divider, which I actually will have to coming up very soon because there are some new sections that I want to add to my planner, but I know I have papers here with which to do it that I love. So I unsubscribed from the Planner Society kit. Also, it was $30 a month that I felt could have been allocated elsewhere. But a friend of mine she is a Planner Society girl as well, she actually gifted me this couple of little notepads from the last Planner Society kit. So that was very sweet of her. Thank you, Latoya. I appreciate them. And they go right in there. So this little zipper over here, which is another feature of the Gillio of the Compagna that I absolutely adore. In here, I actually have some washi that I keep on me. This washi has come in handy so many times. Some stamps, and these are some little, some tabs. Oh, yeah. I also have, these are some little fortunes that I've kept over the years or whatever, and because they just really spoke to me. I like them. I like to keep them. And this is another paper clip just in case I need it, because I also give things away to people. So yeah, so I like to have some things on me that I could give to another planner girl, or just for in case I need them. So back here, as you know, I use my personal planners as my wallet. And one of the other reasons I wanted a Gillio because it had more card slots, and I wanted one that had card slots in the back so that when I'm opening up my planner when I'm out places, I didn't want people seeing that it was very obviously my wallet right from the get-go. I had an incident in Walmart, of all places, where the lady behind me she commented on my Filofax, my Malden. And actually, let me grab it real quick. While we were standing in line, she commented on my planner, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. But I didn't really open it or anything in front of her. I was like, oh, thank you. It's a Filofax Malden in ochre. It's really great. Well, when I got up to check out, the woman was sort of like hovering really, really close to me. It was kind of like I was a little afraid. But the first thing I did when I opened up my planner to pull out my debit card to pay for my purchase was I saw her eyes go straight towards my cards. And now this woman didn't try to take my Filofax or anything, but it just occurred to me how easy, and sometimes when I go into a store really, for a quick errand, I'll just run in with my Filofax, I'll just run in with my planner because it's my wallet as well. So it just realized, it occurred to me how easy would it be for someone to see that the moment I open my planner that my cards are all there. How easy would it be for someone to snatch that and run? Because let's be real, I am not in any, I don't run. Unless zombies are upon us, I'm not going to be running. Okay, so anyway, so I was very glad. I really loved that the cards were here, the card slots were here in the back, and that there was one extra card slot. So I have my debit card, my driver's license, and the card slots are really deep too. This is pushed down as far as it will go, and this is too. So there's a little bit more protection there for your cards, and that's really lovely. I actually like that. Behind this secretarial pocket here, which also has the beautiful thin red, brown leather on it, I just have my voter registration, my Dory stickers for when I'm having a bad day. And this actually, I need to just snip the edges, the holes, so I can add it in here, and I just haven't done that yet. But I like how those just sort of sit right back there. And the other reason why I desperately wanted a Gillio was for this amazing back pocket. I was constantly putting like mail or folded papers that I needed for whatever, and I would slide them inside my Filofax like lengthwise, like that. I would just slide them that way, fold it up. But it wasn't always very convenient for me to do that because, you know, I don't always just like go out in my car and then just unload all my papers. I keep them with me because I have them with me for a certain reason or whatever. So I wanted to be able to discreetly carry them in my planner and have them with me at, you know, when I needed them. Sometimes I have to take different papers to things for my homeschooled kids, sometimes for my son. So I just wanted to be able to have this pocket back here for those purposes. So I didn't just have like, you know, a folded piece of paper just sticking out here. Okay, so now you know why I wanted the Gillio so much, and it just so happens, like if this style of planner were out in any other brand, say Filofax had a planner just like this, then I would have lusted after a Filofax. I absolutely adore this planner for the organization that it affords. Now you see that I had this little beautiful day traveler's notebook insert thing for it was in the back here, and I'm not a traveler's notebook person, and I will never be, but I have this back here because I do keep notes in it for certain things. Yeah, that's all I will say about that. Okay, so moving on, I'll show you the setup for it. And yeah, so I just have a little flyleaf here. And then this is my beautiful dashboard I made from the December Planner Society kit. And like I said, I love these the dashboards. I love these dividers so much that I don't want to change them. So I'm not interested in receiving the Planner Society kit right now. I just really have no desire to change these. I really like the way I made these and how they turned out. So this is a picture of my family, and I like this I have another little dashboard I made also from different Planner Society paper, but when I like to leave notes to myself, like sticky notes, and normally I would put them here, but part of me, you know, the little whatever part of me, I don't like covering up my beautiful dashboard. So I wanted to find another way to where I could put my sticky notes that I need to remind myself of certain things right here in the front for me to see. So I thought, okay, well, I could put a flyleaf in here, but any opportunity I have to add, and this was a dashboard that I had made for another set of planner dividers. So I will actually probably just be adding a few of my other ones that I've made over the years to this, to have the different sections that I need. So it just basically has some things I need to do, and then this was something, I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm traveling. My son actually wrote all this down for me. But sometimes I feel like I really feel like something is spoken to me and I want to write it down. So I did that. These are just some page flags that I keep, and it was in my last one, my if found. And then this is sometimes I really like to keep scripture in my planner as much as possible. So this is just a really verse that I find really, it speaks to me a lot and it resonates. So I wanted to keep it right here. As you can see, it's getting sort of worn. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do and where I'll transfer it to and all that. I have contacts. I have a prayer list. And this is something that I refer to quite often. I try to refer to it daily. This is my monthly divider. And I am using the Webster's Pages Color Crush inserts. I'm not really doing a lot of super, decorating in this one. My weekly divider with a Kate Spade bow clip, and this is just for the week. I actually just started putting little, like as you can see, but I've been doing just pen in my planner for since the beginning of the year. But I just started putting some little pictures, like stickers in here. I just thought it would be fun, but I'm not going to go overboard. Yeah, so I have up until June in here, the end of June. I have a list section, and this is where I keep a lot of stuff. Everybody has wish lists. And when I have something that's on my wish list, I then check it off. So I decided I no longer wanted a whipping post tote or leopard cheeks. I want Botox, but I probably won't get that. But I also wanted a gold Gillio Compagna with 30mm rings. That did not happen. I got an acid green Gillio Compagna, and I have ordered the 30mm rings from Vanderspec. I'm just waiting on them to arrive. So you see that right there? Remember that, okay? I also keep this thing that's about, I do a capsule wardrobe system because it's so great for me because I get overwhelmed very, very easily. And so I have a capsule wardrobe, and this is my list here. And basically, while I'm out, if my husband says, hey, let's go shopping, let's get you something you need, I know exactly what I do not have for the capsule. So I know what I need. I don't really need these items, but they're just in case he wants to, you know, take me shopping. I have a couple of things I need to do there, my weight loss tracking, and, you know, just whatever, just different things here. So this is in the list section, and these are lists for me. Yeah, and then just some extra paper in the back. This is my budgeting section where I track all of my spending, and I actually keep my receipts. This is my notes section where I keep all of my notes for things that are important that I want to remember. I actually just cleared this out, and I actually put pages where they belonged. This is new. This is my church section, and this kind of was born from I could not find my journal, my notebook that I take to church service with me to take notes on. I couldn't find it one day, so we went to church without it. So I ended up taking notes in my planner. This is what I keep aside for offering. And then this is like, you know, the things. And so I ended up using some of this paper that I keep in here as my taking notes for service. So I thought, you know what? I want this planner to be more than just a planner for me, obviously, so I probably should just keep going and taking notes in here. This is my acting, and this is a new section too. This is my acting, as you see, these don't actually match the other ones. This is my acting section. This is the section that has all of my different casting files information. It also has information of, I like to keep track of what I've been submitted for and what I book. I also keep, when I'm out sometimes, I get ideas for really fun like sketches or skits. And my husband and I do film them. We'll be coming out with that pretty soon. It will probably be a separate YouTube channel that's specifically, you know, for my acting purposes. And then I keep lists of the expenses that I accrue while I am working professionally, because that is something that I can claim on my taxes. And this is also an envelope to keep those receipts. I have my little card holder, which you have seen before. This is my little envelope for my money, because I do keep my cash in here as well. I actually need to put that other envelope in here as well too. And this is the little top loading pocket from Filofax. It just has a few small stickers in it. And then there again is the dashboard at the back where I keep, you know, this is my babies. So yeah, so that is the setup of my Gillio so far. Now, once I receive the 30mm rings, which will be a bit more, you know, a bit more room than this, then I will be either making new dividers, or I'll be adding in a couple other dividers for a couple different sections that I wish to have in my planner. So here comes the really interesting part. And I hope you will, hope you think this is going to be as fun and as interesting as I think it is going to be. I am actually going to paint. I'm going to paint this planner. And I know you were probably thinking, oh my God, did this girl just say she was going to paint a Gillio? Yeah, actually I did. I do know that these are dyed by hand. They are all vegetable dyed leather. I've taken that into account. So I've already ordered the leather paint, the leather preparer, and, you know, the conditioner to use after. I know I am very, I know what I'm doing. I've done this sort of project before for other people. I have never painted over something as expensive as this. was. Even though I bought this used, this was still a huge investment for me. And this is not something, once I paint it, it's not something I'm ever going to resell. I do know that the moment any sort of paint or dye touches this leather, the resale value is just going to drop exponentially. I understand that. I fully understand that I am taking that risk. But in the interests of keeping things only that spark joy and that I absolutely love, I am going to paint this. Now, so for those of you out here, I don't know if it's going to show up on your computers like the right sort of how this looks. I was so scared because acid green looks like this super neon bright, you know, creepy, ridiculous looking color on so many different websites and on Instagram, on the very few pictures that there are of acid green on Instagram. I was terrified that I was going to hate this color. I don't actually. This is actually a lot closer to a light olive. So I'm debating right now. I purchased two separate colors. I am debating right now whether I am just going to paint the front and the popper, and then just paint the small overflap here of this leather and leave everything else inside as it is. As you can see, there's like, this is more pebbly texture too. So the color is completely different here than it is right here. So, but that's cool. It's just one of the many parts of Gillio that I love. So I am still hemming and hawing. I'm going back and forth on that. So whether or not I paint the whole thing, or just the outside, I just want you to know to be looking. You better subscribe now. Be looking out for my channel, because as soon as these arrive in the mail, which they should be any day now, I'm actually going to film the process of me painting this Gillio, you know, for better or for worse. So I really hope you guys are excited as me. And so far, I absolutely love this. I'm so glad that I invested in a Gillio. This has been, you know, I've just like had this on my list of things, my wish list, for well over a year. And that I own one now is just amazing to me. So even though I couldn't afford a brand new one from Gillio, this is just, I'm so excited to have this. It's perfect for what I wanted it for, and I'm not a collector of expensive things. So this will be in my collection, or I will have this for years and years and years to come. It is going to be a one-of-a-kind, Claire original, and I'm going to enjoy every moment of owning this planner, which I think if you invest a lot of money in certain things, I think you should enjoy every moment of it and make it your own. Now, Hazel has been my one and only go-to planner for the past 6 months, but due to the fact that I cannot change out Filofax rings, Hazel is going to be retired for just a smidgen. She's just taking a slight rest. I'm going to condition the leather, and then I'm going to put her back in her box just for a short time. And I know that I will pull her back out, you know, in time. This will never leave my home either. I absolutely love them both. And I don't have any others except the one that's holding my extra stuff. So anyway, that is my review. It's my first review and updated planner setup for my beautiful acid green Gillio Compagna. And like I said, stay tuned, subscribe, get ready, because as soon as my paints get here, this baby is going to look completely different. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it inspired you, and y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.